get out the way.
Pure butchery from the young Tszyu.
This fight's been in the back of my head for like the last 2 years.
Australian super welterweight champion, Dylan Biggs has auditioned perfectly.
As you can see, I'm the champion.
And says, bring on Nikita Tszyu. Nikita Tszyu should be a very nervous man.
Let's get it on.
Better get out the way.
Yes, the tension building nicely ahead of tomorrow's fight, and here to talk us through it is former welterweight world champion who'll be ringside in commentary, Shawn Porter. Welcome and thank you so much, Shawn, for being here. I know you're in my old hometown of Newcastle there. Don't even get the chance to head up to the vineyards and have a few glasses of wine.
I doubt I'll do that. I'm not a drinker, but I will say this. This is my 4th trip to Australia, and I do enjoy coming here. Beautiful climate, beautiful people. Just all around beautiful.
And a beautiful looking fight happening as well. Always looking for motivation to get into the ring. It seems interesting. This fight, it seems the motivation is about two blokes arguing about who's going to get into the ring last.
Yeah, right. How does that happen, you know? I think most times fighters are anxious to get there and get to the ring. But with this one right here, you know, I think you got Nikita and his team. They're wanting to put some pressure and get Biggs away from the fight and get him focused on other things, which I think is why they brought about who's going to be going to the ring first. I think mission accomplished. They've got Dylan really talking about it and talking it up. But I feel like the closer we've gotten to this fight, the less it's been about who's going to the ring first, and what we want it to be truly about who's going to go in there and give it all they got to win the fight.
There's 3 certainties in life, Shawn: death, taxes and drama at pre-fight weigh-ins, which we obviously had this afternoon. The suggestion being that Dylan Biggs neglecting some media commitments afterwards and nicking back to his hotel instead. Do we read too much into this? Is it mind games, or do you think maybe just a real slip of the mind? I'm
going to tell the truth. I was there. He stayed around. He did his interviews. I think what more than likely happened was when the weigh-ins were over, he was making his exit and they got him back. But I'll go ahead and I'll back him up. He stayed around and he did his interviews, and he also cussed at everyone, and he told them he was doing media. He didn't actually cuss, but this is what I said, because I had to do interviews after him, and I said, young fighters have to understand that this is a part of their job. Dylan doesn't understand that this is a part of being a professional athlete. And when you say, I hate doing media, you're cussing. Those are words that can't come out of your mouth, you know? So I'm hoping that this is a big experience for him that he learns from. And I tell you what, I think this is going to be a really, really entertaining and competitive fight. And I think that both guys, if they give it all they got, both guys should look to still continue to move up the ladder after this fight.
Well, you talk about Biggs, and he's got some quality about him. I was reading this week, the Tszyu, so Kostya, Tim and Nikita, combined 48-0 here in Australia, never lost. This is probably the riskiest proposition for a Tszyu on home soil. Do you like that he's gone this path? This is not an easy fight. He's only a slight favourite. It's only his 8th bout. He's only fought 23 rounds. Yeah. He's putting a bit on the line here.
Yeah, he is. But first of all, let me say this: 48-0 are the Tszyu, and Costa's probably 45 of that. So may even be 47 of it. But that's neither here nor there. I think that no limit. Those are the promoters. They know what they're doing, and I think they like what they've seen from Nikita. You just don't get this often. You don't get two young, undefeated fighters getting in the ring often. And I think that if this happens more, it will become a new narrative where we're actually talking about guys who are challenging themselves, opposed to, you know, what it is now. Is this too much for one of these guys? I don't think it's too much for either of them, and I think they're both on the exact same level, which is, to me, this is literally going to be a special boxing match, because both guys are going to give it all they got, and we don't see that enough in boxing. We don't see enough of young, hungry fighters going up against other young, hungry fighters. That's what's special about this fight, and that's why I said after this fight, neither guy should really stay stale where they're at. I think both guys should continue to move up the ladder, and of course, one will have a belt and one won't.
Shawn, what about preparation-wise? You've seen, or you've been watching from afar. They're both looking like great athletes. They both look like they've trained the house down. Do you see a difference with the preparation, and has someone got an advantage? You know, is it the Cobra blood, perhaps?
I wasn't prepared for this. I see a difference in this interview. I've talked to like 4 different people now. Every time you guys come back to ask a question. No, I think that you know, when you have a challenge in front of you, like both these guys do, it's no easy days in the gym, and you want to make it so that you don't leave anything in the gym. You want to take everything to the ring on fight night. We have to believe that both these guys are telling the truth when they've said that this is the best and the hardest and all of that. Best camp that they've had, hardest camp that they've had. We have to take that and consider it to be the truth, and you know, expect both these guys to be 100% on fight night.
So, Shawn Porter, our party trick is we ask the last question in unison, all 5 of us, which would be terrific for you. Thank you so much. Enjoy the call tomorrow night. Thanks for speaking to us.
Thank you guys very much.
And don't forget, it's undefeated versus undefeated as Nikita Tszyu looks to make history when he fights the hard-hitting champion Dylan Biggs. It's tomorrow night. Order it on Main Event. Will be a terrific fight. He was great.